grassroots coach.
Yeah.
For us as TY, I don't know.
You need the basics.
Yeah. And the football analysis that you give Express.
Analysis?
That article that announced
By the way, that was thorough.
Hauna wengine
when you still had your dreads.
This is what happened to the dreads. Meanwhile, I understand that dreads are very expensive, and actually guys buy them.
They put extensions.
Because a disease,
No, they buy them, the natural ones. I think is always a real
disease tarumbuza. Utarum echamani okuzomusa arundi bakazozi. Ari kunacho.
I tell those are the most expensive. I don't know why. Now that you're going to the final, you could actually sell diseases, dreads, and you get a chopper this time.
Hard.
They go for a lot of money.
Nyona nienda in like undebe.
Ogugai
One more season for me with Abashweki, then we see.
How do you actually do that work?
Which work? The analysis. No, it's you have your video, then you go and do the whole.
Do you think Express has progressed from the time they got you until
I was the guy. Wakanoga.
Wait, you no longer at Express?
No, 2013. Early 2013.
2013?
Yeah. Sorry, 2023. Sorry. Yeah.
Where are you now?
Our guy in the freelancer.
So your services
services available.
Available for anyone.
Welcome to TY.
So for the final, you want to hire, is it what? Sports science?
Sports
I'm a
analyst.
sports analyst. Football analyst.
Football analyst.
Yeah.
So that means you can be able to give us a piece of every player. So that by the time we field the starting 10, we have everyone in their best position mentally and physically.
Absolutely. Even before you go for the final, just hire me. I'll look into the other team, then we see.
You also analyze the
But does that work for like a Sunday league where the approach is rudimental, for lack of a better word? I'm saying
It's very raw. Like you may analyze your opponent based
Then
on,
they bring other
based
players.
on performance he has been giving.
Yeah,
in the
out
at the final when he's sober. And you find your analysis is not helpful.
so. Is the analysis like match best?
Absolutely. It's a lead up to, if let's say Philo has been playing you look at like the past 3 games, past 4 games, then you give an assessment. We need to
refresh our careers department. I'm sure Jethro at Intare School is still telling boys you have to be a pilot, an engineer, not telling them you can be a football
Yet
analyst.
the other,
No, but
absolutely.
you see, in the African setting, sometimes you don't blame those people because that has been the tradition. Because
So
we have just seen education.
We have not just seen education.
We've just seen education.
We've
Anyway,
had
that's a
education
discussion for
over
another
100
day.
years.
So Lewis, I think the TY guys here, they have a history of changing coaches and what towards the final. They fire Macheda takes them to the final, then they fire him.
No, there's something.
So this season,
There's something I want to clear about Macheda. Macheda has so much ball knowledge, but he comes short because of the fact that he can't maybe on field make a perfect pass, but his ball knowledge is up there. You see, you're talking about analysis. Before we play an opponent, Macheda has a picture of how they play like.
but Jose Mourinho never played any serious football. Most good coaches actually didn't.
You must give him his flowers. The fact that he has been able to take this team to 3 finals now.
3 finals now, you've qualified already.
I mean,
The only good coach, even ABK won the shield last season.
ABK is one of our worst goalkeepers ever. There's a time we were playing in season.
I don't want to take away his flowers, but ABK is just a puppet.
We were playing.
When Bino makes a decision on that touchline, ABK can't say no. Oh.
Are you sure?
I know for a fact. Actually,
that is untrue.
Because even
Actually,
this guy in Abashweki, Proba is doing wonders in Abashweki, and he's a bowler.
Coach,
it's like saying Machando has a coach. Moses is the coach, is the captain. is a finance guy. So Machando is Mose.
But I will not accept that for Shera. And Shera, we have structures and the coach is the coach. So unlike TY that is going to change their coach again, Lewis, there is an offer.
So for you, MBK is the one who made that decision to swap Owen for
It was, you see, we were just enjoying our game.
No, let me ask, by the way.
So everyone wanted, all guys said he wanted to score. We're like, okay, you can go in front
Very
and score.
interesting decision.
Against Abashweki.
Hey, what? We're enjoying. We're playing. Hey, the league is for networking
no,
and
like,
enjoying.
moments after this man had given us a scare with Okello. All of a sudden, Okello is shouting, "Medics!" The man is moving his shirt.
Hey, tell us, in
very
that
scared.
moment, what was going on in your mind?
For me, I think these things have happened in football, you know. In that moment when Ine had already passed with the ball going forward, I just felt I was uneasy. My head was, side of my head was
Don't
like,
say uneasy. Uneasy is for Bayern.
I felt like my head wasn't feeling something, so I held it, and before you know it, I was seeing blood. But I thought it was any other incident that happens, and the medics were going to come and work on me. But then when I saw people coming around and Okello, you know, shouting and making that call, I was like, hey, things are now serious, you know. Let me keep it in. Yeah, until I saw the people coming around. Of course, now there I felt traumatized. I was like, this is actually serious, you know. And then the ambulance coming, I was like, I never thought I would be in such a situation, you know.
That this guy is a planned kid. The broiler kind of things, yeah? Traumatized. You see, you can't use the same statement with guys like Vijirwa. You have to use a panga to have that guy down.
Ona kagambo trauma kanaka ulijo guys.
Vocabulary ya Vijirwa. And his physical setup.
No, but again, we have to give Okello his flowers for the first response because he was the first guy to reach there. And it's always good to have. Recently, a picture surfaced of Okello being a former actually sportsman. He was playing rugby for Buffaloes and Heathens later. So I think he has that
the first aid.
Yeah,
and for me, I think them being in that situation where they are always, you know, refereeing and they get to exercise that first aid firsthand, you know, other than because some of us have been doing these coaching courses, but you know, you hardly get those incidences.
Do you commend the medical procedure you went through?
Yeah, absolutely, because it was everything he was doing. You would see that he knows, you know, the procedure, putting pressure on the head, holding it for long. Then
some people thought you wanted to just show nyamas.
No, you
But
see,
he was a serious man.
for some of us who are like very far,
You couldn't tell.
I thought Okello was going to give this guy a kiss of life. Because when he put off his shirt,
yeah, but then also the medics
first
following
aid.
up through and everything. It was really handled well. Yeah, yeah. I must credit.
Standby ambulance.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Something. I hope there is no league out there that actually plays without an ambulance. You know.
Any sports
Like
activity really should always have
those
an
are safety
ambulance
precautions. I
Like-
think every
at hand.
setup should have as
Our
well.
chapa in ambulance so kwadi.
You ask the cameraman. Because he's very active in the league. I'm talking about Kamafinga.
So yes.
Road to Fort Bottom.
Road to Fort Bottom.
I think if we're to estimate, we are on the outskirts of Wakiso right now.
As TY.
No. The whole league.
The whole league.
We are almost hitting the road. I don't know how prepared we are. Teams, committee, organizers, finalists. I don't know, but we have not yet confirmed our finalists. So
No, we have a team that is almost reaching the final, and I think by the time this comes out, they will have qualified already. Abraham,
one
TY.
point to go.
You see,
one match to go. You
this final is going to be challenging in that there's a short period to prepare.
really?
Yeah. Unlike the past finals where you had a month and so. This time we're going to have 3 weeks. organizing the resources, the mental.
Isn't that around the same time we had for Chigali?
No,
Really?
Yeah,
Was
we
it
had
longer?
almost the same time.
I don't think so. But anyway, as TY, we don't want to go down like Machando, Kafubs. It disturbs me that Kachanchad is not talked about when it comes to this commoners association. I think because they are quiet. Because
They're very quiet. Not making any noise. Just
one thing
come
about
for their
being a
one-
commoner is
1 kg, 1 man.
yeah. One thing about being a commoner is that it really hurts that sometimes you have no answers to some questions. You'll have an argument with this guy like Lewis is a champion, 3 stars. So when the argument gets heated, how many shields do you have? So the only way out of this is to change the conversation. So growing up, there was this primitive tax. I'm sure you paid it, right?
No, I didn't.
You must have paid it by now.
I didn't. I'm not that.
So
old.
we used to have a work at home. He had tactics of dodging the tax. So whenever these guys could come, he would find a disability. Either he's deaf or something. So this particular time, when these enforcers came, I'm going to use the local dialect. They asked him, "Sebe omusoro gure atoboro." Ngo omusoro atoboro. Until now, one of his mates came to intervene. Ogwa kafama tu mureche. So from then we called him Kafamatu. So it's about commoner sometimes.
Moroba Kafamatu.
You will have to do the conversation of how many stars do you have. So it's really, I hope this time in Fort Portal, history will change, and for the next 3 years or so. So help us.
At least as TY, you've made it to the final before, 2 times. And this is likely to be your 3rd time. Huh?
Yeah.
Machando has never made it to the final, so
Machando has played 3-4.
3-4.
so many
that's
times.
their
So
final.
you're at least better off than them.
I don't know.
This time, let's say you bottle again.
At least
Is it going to be your last, or
No,
you
no,
guys are prepared to
we
come
cannot be
back?
in the Machando conversation. At least we have Crichton Cup to Kado. The Machando story is a sad one.
Machando also has, there's that tournament Machando organized. Didn't they win it?
The one where
The tough one,
organized
the
and
tough.
They organized and they
And
beat
they were
them.
playing 4 aside.
they lost to Kafubs.
So,
So you let's say you lose the final. What next for TY?
I'm not a foreteller, but eventually the core of the league is networking, and we shall always be there.
Hard.
Network.
We shall always be there.
Literally, they are going to lose. So you'll come back strong.
We came back from Chigali.
I mean, they've been to 2 finals before they won there. So
And by the
it's
way,
not
the
really-
Chigali one was not as bad as the Ginger one. For so many reasons that I will not delve into.
Carried San to Chigali.
I did not.
So this is why you guys are supporting Machando to make it to the final, so that you don't meet Kalere or.
That's actually different. That has to do with the rivalry. As long as Kalere doesn't have a smile on their faces, I will speak on my behalf. I will be happy. So even if they are fighting for Crichton Cup, I would be supporting the opponent for them not to make it. That I will not be shy about it.
But even Shera is still in the conversation, by the way.
No, they are.
Yeah, the math. You know, I think as the first person to hint about the math, we have around, I think, 5 potential finalists. TY, Karere, Machando, Mshera, and Sai.
Ensai has the best chance of them all.
That means
Inside has to beat TY to qualify.
No, TY is going to beat Enshaza. After beating Enshaza, they will not need any other game, any other points, because they will have made it.
So they will feel
The worst scenario for them is to be second.
They will feel king.
So they will give the game to Ensai. You know, we're not TY goons. They are capable.
no.
So
We have
even
integrity
if
at TY.
now, even if Kalere and Machando win, Ensai has 2 games. So they will make it to the second.
No.
So the final is going to
It's not like that.
Kalele wins, it qualifies.
Or even a draw. It puts out
No,
inside.
Edro doesn't put out inside.
It
Edro
does.
doesn't
You see the table.
Edro makes Kalere 40.
Yes.
And inside has 35 and they have 2 games. So you can get 41.
Ah.
So the final is likely to be inside
You
versus...
have done the math. All this week
Clearly.
you've been in the seminar. Math seminar.
Not after we
This was the
said
hardest-
them. They had to do the
How are
math
you
really.
seeing this conversation as a 3-time champion?
Actually,
who
4.
is a
For
disruptor now?
for me, it's 4. So
With Chisianga as well.
yeah,
4-time champion.
yeah.
But how did teams
Disruptor
let
this
Sianga
season.
win?
This season, I think the competition has actually been more tight than last season because these guys went through easily. I think then
Shera.
was it you or them?
Shera qualified.
Qualified first?
With like 2 games to go.
When? Last season?
Yeah, there wasn't that really much competition.
The competition was there between...
Yeah, but consider there wasn't much
TY and-
much math, to do with calculators. But I think it's also good for the league really, because the lead up, it has been interesting. We've had some shockers in there. Yeah, so and there are 2 games left, so there's still much more to see. So you can't be
What
sure.
is Abashweki's goal this season?
We indeed,
Champions
like
League.
you said, Aston Villa.
Champions League.
Crichton Cup, I should say,
Crichton Cup.
definitely. Yeah, you can't rule us out. So yeah, we are
So
there.
your reason for being so tough on all these other teams and Kudemera was for Crichton Cup?
I wouldn't
or
say
was-
Crichton Cup, but it's also for because now our game and just definitely bragging rights. I mean, come on, we have to show you that we are the real 3-star champions.
Yeah, the real
So,
3-star
yeah,
champion.
and really that was it. And
So, by the way, speaking about Crichton Cup, as the president of Crichton Cup, there are some changes coming. So, all the
We
teams
should
that
be
are
aware.
fighting, there may
should
be
be
some small
forewarned.
rule change. May find can make it inter-house.
See,
After
that
you
is-
We will
fought
not accept.
That is vulgarizing the
As
tournament.
defending champions, we
Yes.
will not accept.
as defending
Not
champions.
vulgarize
How?
our tournament.
You will not defile our tournament.
Hey, okay. Next, make sure you know your housemates for next season. So, Lewis, you left Uganda, went to Southampton Academy to play football. You reached there, the talent was not good enough, and you changed careers to coaching and analysis. Is it true or just Nwajira na kuterechi was? This
to make a correction, it is actually Conley Warriors says that Southampton Academy, but to put things straight, I went to actually study. I didn't go to play football, but while I was studying at university, I was doing a
You
degree
want
in
to study football.
Yes, a degree in football studies. That's the degree. But then I happened to play non-league football.
While that side?
Yes. So
Sunday
I was
But you know,
Non-league
non-league
football is
football
Sunday
well,
league.
can
there
be
is
Sunday
steps.
league.
It's Sunday league, it's Saturday league, but there's steps. There's step 1 to
So
step
you are
7.
playing like we're no league Wednesday.
No. It was still Saturday, Sunday, but it's still like quality career. But yeah, so it was a degree of 3 years. Unfortunately, by the time I was finishing, COVID had really hit, so there's no way I could stay there. And they'd say to come back, and I mean it's a good thing anyway. You get to give back to your community and the country you've grown up in, and that was okay with me. Although of course changing a few things here and there is tough, but really that's what you can offer. Yeah.
Abraham, but they told us as shown by your New Jersey, you are dedicating this season to the memory of Tejeka Allan.
Absolutely.
Does
For
that
some-
mean Fort Portal is a must-win for you?
It's a do or die. That's facts, and that's on life. This man is one of those that started this TY thing that has become more than just a team but a family. And if there's anything we can do in his memory is get what he wanted for us, and that is the shield. Our name being engraved on the shield.
What he wanted for you is a shield, not a wife.
No, I'm
you
saying
did want it
as
for
a greater
yourselves.
team.
Oh, as the whole group.
Yeah, as
Because
TY.
today our cast is full of bachelors. I don't know what we were thinking.
No, I don't think you have facts.
You may be alone in this.
Someone
thing.
is married here. Who? Lewis.
Okay. Easy.
We came up with this Jose. If you look closely, his face is engraved in the jersey, and that is like one of those things as TY we're doing to constantly have him with us forever, because legends don't die.
Commendable work. Well done, well done.
Yeah, the content or the creative team at TY is, I think, is one of those that every other team should borrow a leaf from.
Nchimanya Kevin naenda kamesho kwa kutaka kama.
But they really.
No, it's where we are right now. Yeah? 2 game weeks to go.
Yeah.
You know, as the season started, we had expectations. We knew teams that wanted to compete. We knew teams that had come for vibes. Maybe they are challenging us now. How has the season gone for you? Your expectations at the start and how it is right now? I want us to first toast to Online Chupa, our drink sponsors. Online Chupa has been with us since the first episode. How many episodes have you made now by now?
Around 10.
Very consistent gentleman. Every day makes sure that we have something nice to move with. King Abba. And of course, Pictures Photography, the best wedding photographer in Uganda. Available for bookings if you want to do things officially. So give us business at Hajire.
And each person we've hosted deposits
Service is a potential client, and we are very tactical these days because bringing married men on set who have already spent their money. That's tough quarter. So, but we catch you when you're in the process, because now you cannot come on asset and you are getting married and you're not giving us business. That's tough change.
Save for financial embarrassment.
Online Chupa is a very good man, a good sponsor.
You've booked him for your events.
Yeah.
Said this year, by the end of this
He's
year.
going to supply. But what he's not is a good footballer. Oh dear.
By
See one thing
From
about
that match
Binos,
when we played
that
the...
match when you played the NLL News.
I've not seen a worse footballer than him. I think the one who comes close could be...
Kamafinga.
He's also on our team. So
But we feel that Biets that day.
Yes.
And those NLL News guys were sharp.
guys brought Chubans.
They brought guys who know.
You see, one thing about Bino saying is going to get married next year. See, that statement is so ambiguous that next year can be forever. He's not specific. He's not definitive of the date. And he's doing it so intentionally.
At least you should give us a year.
What is next year?
My marriage is like the current final in Fort. We are only sure of one thing. It will happen, but we don't know which people are going to play there.
Very
So
ambiguous.
even me, I'm sure I'll get married, but the person is a problem.
So ambiguous.
But on our set today, we have Lewis Aineviona from Abashweki
And Southampton.
and Southampton FC. Akarium Academy at Southampton.
Kambing hataka
Wins
pose
a
the
lot.
trials.
Wins a lot. Because now, Abashweki keeps saying Michelle has UPL players, but not even EPL players, English Premier League players, because if you're fielding someone from Southampton, you are overly doing
But
it.
I want
Cuban
him
Pro
to
Max.
clarify something. Bakajirangu kana za trials bakana bakora BMI bahambinjira stage ya body mass index.
By then he was,
Man was
a
fat.
fat man like me.
I like that. I didn't want to use the word fat.
But the football is there. And,
Yeah. The
and
football.
of course, King Abraham, coach T.Y. Omjuma, striker with Kajogo.
Yes. I have a record for, I think I have the same number of goals as the games I've played. Yeah.
Yeah, you
He
see,
hit the knee slide.
you said
Squad and hit the knee slide.
we have guys who played in EPL who are playing in the league. We have this one played in what? EPL,
Yes, English
and
Premier League.
English
Southampton.
Premier League. Even Aman Abraham was in KJL,
Which one is that?
Kazo Junior League. The superstar.
But
Kubanza bariya mama from China.
having an expert on set, but having an expert on set and we don't utilize them is also not kawa.
But you see, that's why we have better pitches, because we have manure. We have manure. We have manure. We don't have kataka.
The whole place is
No need to replant nothing.
By the way,
Natural growth.
KJL
After
has,
scoring, you do your knee slide with ease.
KJL has serious talent in the league.
right now.
Right now, it's King Abba, there's a gift of Kazo,
There's Norman of Jabrani,
there's Ezra of Kadere.
There's this guy of Vunturi who marked
the
Pukama.
defender.
Yes. Wangoga.
Even Kashoma of Vunturi, the goalkeeper.
The guys are
See, like you be at the league and hear jokes of. Come on. Whatever, home in Mawembarga.
Come on, Jack Tegas.
But even Bonfubs has Oron know him. Aroriza is originally from Kazo.
Ibanda.
He just migrated.
Ibanda.
Ibanda and Kazo are next to each other.
But I've never seen a shot to Muhima.
You guys, let's go back to the Mlambo.
Maybe the genes have regenerated, but
No, I was telling you.
I do not want to be associated with that statement.
By
My
now.
leader Aaron, I cannot be part of.
he has a
his.
coming on potato gang.
So you are
Treat
saying
everything Lewis has said with contempt it deserves.
We cannot have a football expert on set, and we don't utilize him. So Lewis should analyze the season for us. Thus far. Like, which one have you seen is technically up there? Which one has been using injuries to proceed? Time wasting? Yeah, you can analyze and
time wasting.
time wasting, injury FC.
Kasuna mugudu wako jikora analysis.
Yeah, even
course.
good FC. You can
In
say,
general.
I hope you cut this and the president doesn't see it.
Yeah. To be honest, like for the first four teams, I think apart from Ensai, they have really been there, surely. When you see Omujuma, Kalere, apart from last season, and then Shera, they've really been, coming. Like every season, they try to be in the top 4 or 5, Tina Mama Chando, they are always there, like number 4, like Arsenal, but surely, yeah. But yeah, for me, Ensai has really improved compared to the last seasons. Really, they were terrible. They had their guys come back, Bayon and many other guys. They've really tried to do really well. For me, I think one of the teams that has really, really impressed me is Kasasi. We keep talking of the top 4 but Kasasi, there's a way their midfield and the whole team, they've had that chemistry. They've made some upsets, to some teams. The team going to the final, but that midfield of Innocent and Powell, it has really been magic, and you can see also the numbers in the stats.
And Prosper, Prosper is
also Prosper as well. Yeah, so yeah, I think for me they've really, really done well. Omujuma being there in the top 2 every season is quite a commendable job, really. Finding that you've had those heartbreaks and you can still maintain to be in the top 2, really.
Someone recently asked,
You say, yeah.
is there a trophy for regular season? Because
But
this
you
team
see,
is always
They will
top.
surely
I would
take it.
I would actually recommend the Warriors girls to really no. If they are looking for lifetime partners, Omuzuman Machano is the place to go. Very patient men. Imagine going through all that and you still can go ahead and compete.
But Michelle has gone through that before. They are also very patient.
But also, women like people who eventually cross the line. They don't want guys who always stop on top and
No.
They don't want that.
But if
So
you cross
eventually
fast,
you have to-
I don't think there's any woman who would want to compete in 100 meters. The marathon always...
You go in a marathon and you don't
So you're
finish.
saying our brothers in Abashweki were doing 100 meters because every season they have been on the final, they've won.
don't want... Anyway,
Eh.
that's like...
They should change
That's-
their name
that's
from
too quick.
Abashweki to Abatweki. They always. Now, as a football analyst, me personally, I believe in a Sunday league, we don't need coaches. You can just come, you just need someone to organize the team. Probably that's what we call coaches in our league. Because if you don't train together from Monday to Friday, and you just meet on Sunday, you don't know where Nwajira slept. And he's coming, he's your star player. You put him on pitch, then you're shouting tactics, go here, left, right. I believe you're just wasting people's time.
Yeah, I do agree with Baino because I think the best title would be team manager rather than a coach because you're mobilizing players and if you can organize like some trainings in the week, just making sure the players are and then call them here and there, conquer. They shouldn't lie to you that you're going to on the very day tell people do this, play in this style of all formation. They are going to
recently inside. They had a coach who had that cupboard.
cannot
He
pass,
was,
they
he was
coaching.
doing these things. Then they reached the pitch. Abashweki Waba knows it.
Even
like-
your coach had that thing at some point in the season.
Which coach?
Season
No.
five.
You don't have
I
to
beg
ask
to
us that
differ.
part. I was present. Machada was not present. That day I was coach. This man turns up with, are they called clipboards?
Clipboard, yeah.
With these pieces showing everyone. By then, that team had a super team. They had like 9 Chubans.
Nine
Bayon.
younger. The only team that rivals them is Ishera, which has 11 younger.
But trust me, by minute 35, everyone was shouting, Kamafinga out, Kamafinga out.
But you can understand the man. He wanted to deploy a 4-4-2 in a 10-a-side football match.
With the
So he
rules
was used to
that are
the
lessened.
other football tactics. So
But you can give it to him for the recruitment, surely. He recruited the whole force,
But why would an important man wed?
I think tactics-wise, he's actually a better player than a coach. I can say.
That's debatable. That's so debatable.
I mean, he has had the man of the match award this season.
and we know him more as a coach.
If- when his
That
team
man
lost-
of the match award is also debatable. Abraham, where have your surprises and shocks of the season been? As we started the season, when we were launching the season at the Villa, I'm sure you had expectations. You thought about which teams would be in the top 4. Maybe surprise performances. Which ones have been there and not been there for you?
I mean, every season.
He has given us the professional side of things.
So what are you trying to say?
You can give us the layman
You should give us the layman.
and the commoner
Version.
side of things, how you see it as a perpetual commoner.
Then what about my team?
He's a 4-time champion.
If you call me a perpetual commoner, then what do we call Kajogo?
You're on you, sir, right now.
Kajogo is inaugural commoners.
No, but you see, every season is harder. That's the truth. Because the competition, every season is really, really, really harder than the other. But my surprise this season, I didn't think Ensai was going to reorganize that fast and better. And they're playing really, really beautiful football, only that they have lacked one thing. A lethal striker. If they had a striker, maybe things would be different.
But Mubiru Rafsanjan was scoring goals in the Bichunchu.
But not as a striker. He's a wide player. He's actually a winger. And I'm told he got an injury that is, of course, permanent, given our facilities. That's why he features less these days. But his injury has been on since, I think, the Bichunch era. Yeah. But I think Ensai. And then Kasasi. Kasasi reorganized. You know, I was reporting, as in many groups, by the way, at that time.
We were breaking news, transfer news.
Yeah. And trust me, Kasasi reorganized, I think, like 3 days to the league. That's when they got that tall man, Nonto, back. That's when they...
No,
Missing
Prosper.
piece.
Prosper,
Prosper, where had Prosper gone?
they actually
Abashweki.
almost got old guy, and these ones were wise enough to excite him and made him captain.
It was
And
something
threats
that
of
had been in plan
no,
already,
and
so
of course
it wasn't
threats.
a last minute thing.
Some Nshera players, including Marvin, were confined to make sure they do not go to Kasasi. The Kasasi Sheikh had come with the...
You didn't wanted Marvin.
Of course. On a phone call, Marvin told them, it's not about the money, I love Nshera, but we knew. Afande Ruzindana was going to, you know...
For you know him more than he does.
No, but that's the truth. On a phone call, at least I had that voice recording.
Where have your shocks been?
Jablani, I actually thought Jablani was going to reorganize it before Kasasi and Nsai. But they only play when they want.
But you see, Jabrani can't organize when these men don't want to release Bijirwa back home. Bijirwa is like their focal.
He has like three
person.
of
Hey.
one
You know,
players.
You
He
see,
sits
the problem, I think Jablani are running out of time. That's the truth. They're running out of time. This is a team that doesn't have a keeper in their 60. Another challenge is, I think one of the greatest things to ever happen to NLL was 60-40. These people had 13 players and 2 substitutes from their cohort. One man, I think, who else was supposed to be a sub?
Rabbit.
Alishe. But they had 13 players.
Which players are
And
those?
then a wise
Who
man.
had
13 young players.
13 younger.
Yes,
Yeah.
from the lower
Other
years.
cohorts, yes.
So
But
you
then
wanted
a
to
wise
fill
man
that.
thought the league was going to be UPL of sorts, said 60-40. That is the greatest thing to ever happen to NRL.
And which season was that?
Season
14.
14.
And who won the Shield?
That's a conversation for another day.
With the 60-40, who won the Shield?
No, we can not get into that. I will refer you to what I said at first.
And did they lose any match? Anyway, let's just continue. You tell us about the...
So
the season.
Jablan is my shock. I thought they would reorganize so fast. If they don't realize they're running out of time, before you know, their star player, Abasa, Alexander, he's going to be my weight in no minute. Because I see the rate at which his stomach is growing, and once you don't, you don't have your star player in shape, it's very hard to reorganize. Because, like, I will give you an example of when TY reorganized from KPA. We had Mugerai in shape, and the team centered around him. For now 3 seasons, we're going to the final, and Fort Porto is going to be TY. For TY, you know.
My most shocking team this season, I think, for me, has been Turi FC. Yeah, Turi was very good last season.
Yeah.
Even played Crichton Cup
They even beat us, last season. With our good run, 1-0. Yeah.
They eliminated Galere in Crichton Cup, Abotinio. Come back 3-2. But now the men are battling with Mugudu and Kashoro down there.
And they still had the same players they had last season?
But the turn-up is a problem. You see, Nturi, I think, are out of university, and you know the challenges that come with being out of uni. Before you reorganize, even transport is a problem. So I think that is part of the challenge. When you're at campus, it's very
Do you
easy.
expect one of these young teams, Kashani and Shaza, to put up a performance?
Actually, I was going to say, that's one of the biggest, for me, it's a shock because you would expect, like us when we were young, you would come in with all that energy and put up a good, you would expect them to be like at least in the top 6,
But
when you
football
look at
is an
Kashani
art.
and Shaza,
It's not about how
it's an art, but you see, when it is like Sunday League, it's like Mifumbi and...
But when you were young, no one coached your players. You had your guys.
No, but you see, before we joined the league, we were in
Sianga.
Yes. So when we went to our real, yeah. So I'm telling you that Kashani and Enshaza, they have their core. They are young.
By the Abashweki, you know Abashweki are real Abashweki. Huh? You see these guys, when they went back to their year, they were among the first teams to actually get other young boys to join their team. You know that?
No. That was in the second season because the very first season we played as real Abashweki.
Pure Abashweki.
No, they were not pure Abashweki.
Gongeza
First season when
something.
we put on an Everton kit.
Rugongeza
And
something.
then
You had
we
Rugongeza, who
exit-
is not an ob. So you say you were pure Abashweki.
But how then?
How sure
Did they win with that person?
Yes,
And
that
that
man scored 2 goals
and
in
they
the
still
final.
have the star.
No, that
What
was
is the administration of the league doing about it?
You also do it. They exploited
No,
the
no, no,
loophole
no, no.
and they won.
You first win and then
No.
we shall talk about
We cannot
Abashweki
allow them to
hired
fail the integrity of the
Karere
league.
goons, and they won. So they were this man. should not-
I beg to differ with you.
I will
I
not
beg to
agree with
differ.
that.
Because if you go any cohort, if you go to them and pick out 2 or 3 of their best players, you've cleared them. They will not compete.
But I hate to say this, but
They're
I
not
think
compete.
Abashweki are one
TY
of
was
those.
not competing without Kagezi and Fido.
Back then,
Yes.
before
They only started competing when they came back.
You see, I hate to say it, but I think Abashweki have the best pure team, one of the best pure teams. In fact, if they think about reorganizing like the next season and add like 4 people.
So now,
But they are disorganized now.
go to Abashweki
No,
now.
I saw
put out
Sam is growing
Kajonia.
fat, and
See,
but
you
they
clear the entire cohort.
they really have a nice team as a 60.
Every team has a nice team.
I wouldn't say the same for you.
For us,
Yeah.
I'll go back to the question I asked you earlier. 60-40, which team won?
But you see, you can't
Didn't
have,
you have the same?
you can't have 10 Chubans and
Were they
two
playing
go
on
into the
pitch at
pitch
the
at a go. Yes. Actually, you are one of those teams that mastered the art of, they're called what? Those random substitutions. They're called what? Rotational substitutions.
This man.
5 minutes, someone does not as expected.
Take him out. As
him
it
out.
should be.
There's no other team that does that.
You don't do that.
No.
Do that. You should do that. I think.
Yeah. I think if we master that art, we can be better.
And us to also hint about maybe our most memorable performances, games, goals so far this season. For me, I think on my end, my most memorable game is that rainy day at Kechuje when
Oh, yes.
when we were 9 men down
Oh, yes.
and
I hope production has that Owen picture after the
we
game.
got a winning goal against Abashweki.
That Owen picture was one, I mean,
So, do you have such games, August? Do you have such games that were outstanding for you, or performances, individual performances, maybe goals? You say, that goal Kagezi scored against Olugai on the first game week was too bad.
A clearance.
no. You're lying, by the way.
It was a clearance. It entered the goal.
Old guy was off the line.
Lewis, do you
For
have-
me, I think we could look at many other games, but also there's a game of Machando and Karire, I think, when Emma, they won 3-1, is it?
3-0.
3-0? That was a very entertaining game. I saw that dictator do things, and I was like, this command, what is going on here? You know, but yeah, very entertaining. People on the touch, like it was so entertaining, and you would see like the energies there. And the fact that that camp of Machando had a coach, they expected a big result. Koka, I don't know what Mose was thinking.
Machando's defense was
recruiting,
that,
but
one of their star players moved out at halftime. The man is Muslim. He wanted to pray.
to break his fast.
Stepped out, and things changed.
Yeah,
as soon as
so-
he got out.
Yeah, I would say that game, but then also the Nshira Kalere game on that rainy day as well at Maroons.
Rainy days have given us
Yeah,
memories.
rainy days have given us really good games. Yeah, and
So they have favored Kari.
no, it wasn't really favoring. you know that even if it wasn't, and of course to top it all, our game with these men. Yeah, very sweet. Sorry, it's a sweet victory. Yeah, I must say that, and it wasn't raining, so Don't try to give an excuse.
By no, which ones? Don't mention Inshera. Mention
I shouldn't mention Ishera.
mention other exciting games you've watched.
Now that you mention it, one of my favorite games, okay, not favorite, the ones that I have enjoyed watching was definitely Kalere Humbling Machando. That was a nice game. It was really entertaining. And TY Kalere. TY Kalere game was it was a good one. TY was on top of the game. They were doing everything right, missing chances. Kalere got one chance. Kamanzi knows. I was up there and let me tell you the truth. I was supporting TY.
Because Kalere scored, I looked up, no one was celebrating. It was only Abashweki in the pitch.
Because of course for selfish reasons. I wanted if TY had beaten Kalere, you know the math, eh? Because TY was far ahead of us, so you're like TY should win.
But you are still going to
And then
to Abashweki.
I'm seeing on pitch Kalere has Kamanzi as the striker. And these other guys are outside, the more star players that would call star players. So I'm like, Hati. As long as they leave that man on pitch, Kalere won't do anything. Mama. The guy is not squad. I'm like, what's this? That was was a nice game. If I'm to mention Inshera, I would go for one of the best games this league has ever seen. Very entertaining match, well balanced. Everyone was around, people, fans, what. It was the first time we had gone back to KPA, I think, in the new year. Inshera versus Kasasi. Oh, what
Those
a lovely
games were
game.
not balanced.
What a lovely game. Kasasi
no
brought their A
goalkeeper.
game, we brought our A
They
game.
had no goalkeeper.
Kasasi brought their D game.
And we
Actually,
won
Zed.
6-2.
They are Z game.
Did Paul play that game?
Oh, it wasn't
No, it wasn't.
there.
And then you're saying this one?
Dalton wasn't there.
No, he
Chris
wasn't.
wasn't there.
No.
Prosper
wasn't
there.
there.
Really?
But they brought players who were there. We are talking about
I'm
teams.
saying-
Teams are not.
I'm seeing Kamporo Abraham on pitch.
Is their player also?
Marcus Rutinda.
Also is their boy.
Yes, they're the ones representing Kasasi.
It's like how you started the Bonfubs match.
Which goal has been most outstanding for you this season?
Best goal? Best goal? No.
That was
Yeah, it was the one that Rome scored against Romefield scored against Machando. That move when they cut better and he entered Luzira prison inside.
No, they cut Karhang.
It was Karhanga.
it was Karahanga.
You people.
Who scored that? Wasn't it?
It was
Pema
Pema.
scored
It was
that.
Pema.
It's Pema who scored that.
Pema laid off for Romefield to score.
Oh, the one in the corner.
He cut better. Better went to the canteen. Then he put for who? For Romefield. The one where they cut Karhanga, he scored himself. That was because it was a very nice move from back.
Man was just there chopping.
I agree with him. That goal, even the picture that Big Shots took, really, that is a picture worth hanging in the Louvre. You know, like you put it out there and.
But Bano's picture was more iconic.
Bano was alone. There was no one.
Front of
He was
Oruga.
alone. It was just poor marking from the defense. Here, there were two defenders and they were all left
In the
down on the floor.
Abraham. What games have been most outstanding for you this season?
I think Kalere versus Kashani.
0-0.
That game.
You were on the touchline. That's
it was
why you were supporting
breathtaking.
Kashani.
The 10-man Kashani. 10-man Kashani
nine-man.
in... 9, actually. 9-man Kashani in second half. Managed to listen to my instructions to the end. I saw hearts break and I was very happy, to be honest. I saw sad faces from the Kalere camp.
Yes, sadist.
I didn't even... I was hungry, but somehow I got satisfied. I think that is one of the best games I've watched this season. Yeah. Maybe the second game...
would be first game week, which was Abazu.
Versus Amazon.
yes.
That was my next
Abu
mention.
Yusuf.
Meanwhile,
You see, everyone was scared that
hey,
these boys.
everyone was scared
We're
that
going to torment us.
these young boys are
Not
going to finish
until
someone.
reality hit him.
Munge panicked that day. The goalkeeper removed him after 5 minutes.
He made 4 substitutions.
By the end of the game, Munge was
He
in
had
the goal.
4 goalkeepers that day.
Each goalkeeper got a goal. But you remember Cameroon?
That's a very entertaining
Yeah,
game.
everyone thought Enshaza had announced themselves to the league.
There's another game that actually
until
stood
reality
out.
hit in, because I think they had 9 points. They were ahead of the table. Everyone was like, "These boys."
They had the vibe. There's another game that stood
Until
out
their
this
footballing band expired.
season. This is an old derby that has been there for so many years. Kashoro versus Kajogo. In my life, I had never seen 10 old men in their 40s putting on durags.
That was a very nice concept.
What was that? What was that nonsense?
That was a very
Kajogo,
nice
wherever they are, they need to be ashamed of themselves.
Why?
What was that nonsense they were
Why?
putting on their heads? They are very lucky they won. If they had lost that game,
No, who was
Banter that was going
who
to
was
come
shocked
for
that
them.
day? They had to put on those things after we had scored twice.
Hey.
Second half is when we came on with those.
And then they scored, it became 2-1.
Yes.
So you can see.
No, about the goals, I think one of the best goals I've watched this season was Joseph against Nturi. An injured Joseph comes on pitch, does what guys were not doing. Composure, and then he hits a top corner from such a distance because he was watching the keeper. It was so full of art that only bowlers, of course, like me and others would recognize.
I thought his goal against Kashani would rank higher.
No.
Because the way that man fixed that goal in, as
First of all,
as
yeah,
Wajira-
that was a little bit
Come
dramatic.
take us. How did that goal enter? Like, how did he fix that ball in? The man was on the
Let us
ball.
be honest with each other. That goal was scored at 8:30 p.m. and we didn't have
We don't have record of it.
The joke
How
is
did
on
you see that goal?
The joke is on you.
First of all, up to now, we are
No,
not sure
actually,
if
the
it
winning
entered.
goal, for clarity, the winning goal was scored by Sam.
It was already, Sam scored at
The second
around
goal.
9:30.
The joke is on you. And then the second goal was by Arodi of Machando against Nshera.
You people.
From such a distance, Olgai watched the ball all way. He could know nothing about it because that was such a rocket.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
That he touched and
He
then
even
the ball
touched it,
entered.
but it was such a heavy ball, like 750 kg. From a distance, low shot, he had nothing to do about it. I think those are the 2 best goals I've watched this season. But
Anyway,
Jose against Nturi, that was
We've had
such an
guys,
artistic.
somersaulting
if
every
you insist,
weekend.
if
and
you
they're not
insist, I will
mentioning
add
any goal from
Kamanzi's
them.
goal against TY.
Of course, now you see you're going to do that out of
I'm just
because even Kamanzi didn't know he had scored until he saw Romfield celebrating.
You're mentioning iconic goals, you're not mentioning people
Already.
somersaulting.
all right.
But how
You
does
mean- you mean
Aaron
the man
somersault
taps
at 50?
You know, actually,
He taps in and
why
somersaults.
we're not talking about his goals, I think, is because by the time he has scored, the camera turns when he's just somersaulting. So we don't see the goals. So we don't know. But yeah.
No, I think this season there has been, actually we should also talk about the venue change. The different venues that we played from. And somehow, there's a way, I don't know how they make the fixtures. Matches, Bonfubzi, Nturi, they're always in the other pitch, those that pitch BO.
Prime time has to
Prime
be
time is this
there.
side. So
Yes.
before you know it, the only way you can know that there's a goal that side is by seeing some command in the air. Guys, somersaulting. So I think that's why we don't see his goals. But
You mentioned that change of venue. I don't know how you guys have taken it. For the first time this season, we had 3 venues for our games. We were going everywhere. Do you think it was a good tactic? Because we finished the season with it, so probably it was the best decision we could take.
start with the football analyst, then we go to
You know, in the beginning,
Joe.
after the first game week, we really thought, Kampala quality, we are set. This is our home now. We are okay. But then when the changes came in, people took it in a bad way, and then also other leagues started saying that you've become prostitutes to other. But football is a community, and I think we've established the community in different venues. Everywhere we go, they know at least Ntare League is here, Ntare League is there, Ntare Lions League, and for me, I think it has been a blessing in disguise, in my opinion. And we've had very good games at all the venues, which is really a plus, honestly. Yeah, in my opinion, it is a plus. I wouldn't.
That's true. Also, we've had guys like, especially like Bayon and these other guys. They're being acquainted with the area of Ruzira, the prison. They are getting used to the environment. They may end
so
up
that in case anything happens,
like
they
next season
know.
after the transfer window.
Which one was your best venue?
For me, I think I must say Maroons, surprisingly, because we've had some good games there, especially, Kabali, Shera. But they've really been good games there for me. So, and the surface is flat, it's nice. The pass, we know, that's why real ballers. When you play a pass, it goes there to the right person. So
Maroons.
There's no...
It's the venue
not
where
giving
I sank,
excuses.
Where I sank Kajogo from.
But also saying on the venues, I think talking about community, I remember notable mention. There's a team, I think it's Kashoro. They happened to get the band of the prisons. It was a very good idea. I loved that.
Wasn't that the Nyege Nyege weekend?
I think so.
Yeah.
And they won their first game.
It was against us.
Yeah. And then they drew with us, yeah. But I think that was a good touch of, blending in with the community and the different communities. So, yeah, I feel like in every venue we've been at, we've had that sense of togetherness and relating with the community. Yeah. So, yeah.
Kingaba.
You'll hear a few complaints here and there, but at the end of the day, you just need to say the game is today, and boys will turn up. Because I think at first we didn't receive the Ruzira ID as the first place to go to, but when the games happened, the boys turned up. And today, like we as TY, our best venue is Ruzira. We haven't lost a game there. And we haven't drawn a game there. And had we played there all season, we'd be in fourth already. Because that's where we express ourselves. Because I think TY is the best footballing team in the league.
Said you are a square pass FC. You don't can progressive passes.
No. You see, that comes because the pitch is small, and you saw that team that called us square pass. Half the game they were down, fans invading the pitch because they were scared. If you watch the first half, possession was 90-10. The only times they get to touch the ball is goal kick.
And when Kamanzi was scoring.
And when Kamanzi mistakenly scored. Because he didn't celebrate until he saw Romford.
He has been telling him that,
Sengu Kamangu.
Yeah, but I think the entire community is such a tolerant community in that put the games at a venue, they will show up. That's the beauty about this league, and I think that's why it's one of the best leagues in the country. Boys will turn up.
Leading to Fort Portal, I don't know. What are the team's preparations? Abashweki,
for example.
Abashweki last season impressed. They are not finalists, but the men were everywhere. But of course, if you have big shots on your team, you are sure you're going to be documented.
Surely
you're going to be documented.
As a captain, what are your plans?
The perks of having big shots on your team.
Yeah, in our camp, I must say we are really preparing well. The preparations are ongoing. Everywhere we are going to pass, surely I never to.
Are you still going by bus, or this time you're flying?
Bus. We shall let those things.
By aviation.
We shall let the aviation to the teams that are going to the final. We want to see, surely, if they can match with We'll see if they can handle
Baba
the
Sakuje, no mercy.
aviation fees. Okay, where we are going by road is because every district we shall be stopping in. Yeah, we have boys who have prepared the meats for us, so surely the camp is in.
So the camp to go with is Abashweki.
Yes,
Shera
surely.
FC. Are you planning anything?
That's a main camp.
Shera, of course, we always turn up for a final.
You didn't turn up in Ginger when you are not on the final.
Are you sure? We had a hospitality tent. Did any other team have it?
You sneaked in.
Actually, it was us and Kashoro. We had a hospitality tent, my friend.
Did you have a bus?
You need to go back. You
Did
see,
you have a bus?
the things that teams are doing now, we did years back. Right? You get? Hey, we cannot be on the same jazz. Like, come on.
Will you
A
have
bus,
will
we've
you have,
done a bus, we've done what? The things that people are doing now, we did back in the day. The things that like now, like Machando, what? They are trying to catch up. Wako in a karumu na kawe, kokoroza. That is so. Don't worry about us. We always have something for a final. If we are not in it, because if I'm to remember well, the last 7 seasons we've been to 5 finals. That is dominance. Yeah, of the league.
But will you have works this time since you're
We
not
always
on the
have
final?
works. We were the first team to bring works to the league.
Nice.
The works were hosted here on set, and they
Nice.
said we were the first people.
They usually come because you're
But
going
Shera
to
FC
find
joined
out.
this league in season
Besides
2.
that, they
They joined this league in season 2. The first time they brought works in season 10 at James. So for 8
We brought
seasons,
works. The first time we joined the season was 14 February 2014, Valentine's Day. We came with our works.
Mugudu FC has
Tuwabareta.
pictures of their trophy. I want you to show us a picture of Shera Wag in season 2.
I'm going to bring them to the next shoot.
The last time you were saying you didn't have smartphones then. But
I tried to look through the photos from that season when we had just come. Unfortunately, the first photo we had was with Mark Guma. Atanareva Mark was not a wag. So things were tough.
But bakabagiraga Makilin at the end of the game. Makilin was about to let's take a picture.
first come and take pictures. Then go
That's
back to
when
our
you
show.
go.
We brought
early.
hot random chicks.
That season 10, 90.
That was
The
way
ones that they
later.
did
We had
field
been
ball.
there with Weathers. Even by then, Wamangu. Anyway, let me not say. Because
had
now
they-
they are people's wives now, we cannot say. Abraham.
How is TY prepared?
Are they going to do Enturi like they did in Ginger?
Are you finally giving us the plane you promised us? Because Fort Porto Sure is here.
All I can
Short
say is
distance.
just you guys be prepared to see the best of TY on, off the field. I think that day we're going to like score infinity aura points.
Nah, these are the goals. I was waiting for you to say.
And our opponent, whoever it will be, the game is going to be done in first half because that's the plan.
Hard.
But that's the plan
like
you
in
also
Chigali.
had for Shera last season. That's the plan you had for Shera in Chigali.
But you know the distance to Chigali was
Kabategan, sir.
yeah because we tried to contact Rwanda Air, but at the time they were fully booked. So we had to do the bus like any other team. And our players really had fatigue. That's why you had Rabito, I think, who had flown in to Rwanda, was shining. But had we learned our deal with Rwanda Air, maybe things would be different. But in Fort, the worst that can happen is like a 3-1 against whoever is going to come. Because we're coming. The commoner tag is ending.
You liked it face a fellow commoner
That's going to even be more beautiful.
in the final.
Yeah, sure.
It's always entertaining when a final has 2 commoners because you're sure by the end of the game, someone will be a champion.
Yeah.
And someone will leave here a commoner.
It's still but one of them
It doesn't
will be
matter.
a champion.
But you see,
That is what is-
the
but when you're
unfortunate
playing a
bit,
champion.
the unfortunate bit is that one commoner is not going to make it. And the other unfortunate thing is that this may be out after that has happened. Or
So So
If
they'll
you
beat
if you
as
go
the
there
way they
if you
were
go there
supposed.
in that final with let's say Chandos, I would want you guys to win it for Allan.
You have no option. You
You only want us to win it
You're a
for
hate
Allan
watcher.
when we are playing Machando.
Yeah,
What if we are playing Michelle?
sorry. It will be unfortunate.
Did you win it for Filbo?
Yeah,
The
the season that was season 12.
Yeah.
We won it for Filbo, and one of the other things actually that we did in his in memory, we retired our number 9. From then up to when we are no more, no one will ever put on number 9 for Sheila.
Allan liked
Now
Johnson
the problem
number
with you guys is that Adam Akari beats.
1. But he likes
Tawa
Johnson number
kova
1.
tumuka resting Akari number.
Number 1.
Was
He likes
he still
Johnson
your
number
goalkeeper?
1. He was our goalkeeper.
So you
even
can-
when he retired, the keeper wasn't getting number 1.
Hey.
So Winko Shots wearing 18 last season. So
So you retired it.
maybe TY can also retire number
Yeah,
1
it would be nice.
if they want to go that route.
That would be a nice one. So
But the Fort Portal final is going to change a lot of things.
Yeah, absolutely. And I must say that the Fort Portal people should really anticipate.
Should they expect the best?
Noaji, you're carrying son to the beach? Fort?
Yeah, and like I've previously told you guys, Fort Portal is my time to propose. And, so I'll propose is a shield. TY is winning the shield. So
now-
give it to me.
Now that you've
I
told us,
propose.
let me tell you a simple story. Season 8, we are playing Abaziu. So Oringo Tite tells, by that time our manager for festivities, we have all those structures. We have someone in charge of vibes, was Alishe. So without our knowledge, Alishe is a very serious events planner. And, all those vibes that you saw that we had in
What
season
way,
8
huh?
in Nambole, Alishe.
The championship banner.
Yeah, we of course we have a team. He's the lead. Then
Alishe.
we help and work together. So he goes, Oringo Tito goes behind our backs, talks to Alishe. He's like, now we are playing in the final. Meanwhile, this was his second game. He had not played in the league before, so we brought him for like the game before the final and the final. So Oringo Tito tells Alishe, I want to propose. When we win this shield. Actually, by then there was no shield; it was a trophy. If we win this trophy,
Christmas Cup.
if we win this trophy, I want to propose to my chick. I'm coming with her from Soroti. We're like,
That's such a
"It's
long
Kawa.
distance to
come, make her feel at home." We're like, we are the team. We'll make you feel at home. We are going to win. Assured, we are playing Vazei, Abazibu. They are very old guys. We are going to beat them. So the day comes. The man has his ring. He had given it to Alishe. We are hiding it. We have our poppers and everything. So waiting Tonozia Bazu in the middle of Nambole pitch. The man does the thing. First half 1-0. Abazibu are leading. Second half 2-0. Abazibu have won the game. Mojangu na ringa kajire boriko tite. So my friend, if you're planning to propose in phone,
Laban Clinic says pain can be painful. Pain can be very painful.
the man up to now is still. I think those many years later, when he was grabbing those pennas, the man had a ring. He had that muggy back and he just like a nausea, but
Which teams are you likely to support in the finals?
Really, I don't want to put it out there. But I'm just there to enjoy good football because both teams that will be there really will have earned it. So, yeah, we shall wait when
that's Ranga. Just tell us.
I'm seated in
you're
on
on the
fence.
Because
Such a politician.
Yeah, I've told you.
if Machando is in
TY is going to the final. That is assured. If they are playing Machando, I am going on the TY bus. If you have space for me, I'll come with my work. If TY is playing inside, I'll support TY. If TY is playing Kaleli, I'll be on the fence I'll
These
have-
women said you 2-0. They broke your unbeaten run.
It was there for anyone to break. I have no problem with them.
Okero calls it virginity.
The guys Bukatunozia, but they deserved it. They played well. Actually, one of the reasons I want them in the final is because they have nozied every big team. Bukanozia Nshera, Bukanozia Machando 3-0, Nshera 2-0, TY 1-0. Yeah? So they've deserved it. So I'll have Aston Villa. So I'll have a TY shirt and a Karere shirt.
Half TY, half Karen.
Over Anozie, I'll feel sorry for them and celebrate.
Capsule.
Yeah. Of course, Shera, it's now too late for them to make the final.
It's not too late. It's not too late.
That's the politics they usually play.
Special appreciation again to our sponsors, Online Tupa and Big Shots Photography. We need a third sponsor. I don't know if there's a business out there that can supply what? What do we need on set? That businesses out there can look out for.
Some wags.
But
No, makeup.
no,
Makeup.
Mona faces.
no,
Yeah, so
Mona
they have
faces,
some
makeup.
nice words.
there's something I want to put on record about pick shots. You see, the challenge we have, I think, as a country is that we have corrupt politicians who have not earned their way up, motivate young people. Because, I mean, the pick shot story is one that should inspire young people. Humble beginnings, and then, of course, coming up with your people. I think if anyone out there really, really wants to get an inspiring story, pick shots should be one of those people. Not really, but he should be facilitated to really now not tell his story. Yes. If someone has a workshop, a young business, I think an honest
But how
view
will
of how you come.
How will Big Shots photographer motivate you with your carpentry shop?
No, but it's all business. Consistency, patience. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so... Yeah. Yeah. One more thing, I think, before we close off this session. It's been a really interesting session. And Lewis, thank you for honoring our invitation.
It's been a pleasure.
King Abraham, thank you for honoring our invitation as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, NLL Echoes. Like and subscribe. Go and watch every video there. We need views, we need likes, we need subscribers. Follow us on social media. We are on X, we are on Instagram, we are on TikTok. Facebook ni tu ayanjiri. Tukagamba Facebook etureke. But I think we should go to Snapchat. Seems like a good platform for our content.
For singles, like.
And yeah, we have single men on set.
The last time you said the people said I was single on set, my wife was not happy.
You have someone at home.
Yeah.
Can you mention her name?
Next episode.